hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a team sitting in the top 5 of the conference standings, taking on another team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Gators will get us underway with the opening kickoff. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. Bring it out to the 25. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. They go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Give him 6. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they capped off the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 50 yards out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the move. Makes a man miss. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk after the 30-yard line.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. A pickup of 5 marks it at the 36-yard line.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Ball. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback keeper. He's loose. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
The Gators have their offense in high gear. Back to pass, it's Lagway. He'll throw it. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Going for it all. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
And the Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. Gets it out fast. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gators.
And the passing game paying dividends right now for this offense. They just had a big play through the air to get him down in the situation. So let the quarterback deal. Great job reading coverage. He found his open target, accurate throw, and 2 plays through the air, and they've got 6 points on the board.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And right down the middle. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Anthony. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. its first timeout of the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. And the Razorbacks in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. The Razorbacks will keep this drive going. Even dating to the days when they ran the option, Arkansas has always been built around the ground game.
It makes Jerry Jones happy, huh? Noted Arkansas fan, always talking about the Hogs, his Hogs. And this team is always built on that physicality, built on that toughness.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Using his legs, it's Russell. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw, it's Green. Takes the easy completion. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because...
Turning it on! They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Razorbacks are on the move.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are, and look at that.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. Finding an escape route. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Unloads quickly. Can't get him to the ground. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
He's out of bounds at the 38. And that's good enough for a first down.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. On the ground, it's Ball. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Gators have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. To throw, it's Lagway. Keeps looking downfield. He'll get rid of it. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away. The defense took advantage with the interception.
Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Might be calling a hot route. Leaves it with the running back. Still on his feet at the 35. Here he goes. The 30. Wide open spaces. Touchdown, Arkansas. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Offensive line Give me a crack, I'll do the rest. How about the Jets, the speed? He just turns it on, going 70-plus to the house. What a huge play by the running back.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28.
First and 10.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to pass. It's Lagway. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. They'll go to the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The Gators will hustle to the line. Few teams improved over the second half of last season as much as Florida. And Jesse, the biggest reason, the play of the young quarterback, DJ Lagway.
He was just unflappable a year ago, Reese, as a true freshman. You saw that on the field, but even in my time sitting down and meeting with him, he just has a poise and a demeanor and a confidence that you don't see very often in college. This is a different type of dude, and they're expecting him to take the next level. And with that, this program carrying it on their shoulders.
To the air, it's Lagway. Dances away to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Stands in and takes the hit. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes 2nd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Off the play fake. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Give to the running back. Chips away from home. Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
Really nice play call by the offense, too. Obviously, your quarterback's thrown picks on his last 2 drives, so you have to settle him down. And the best way to settle down a quarterback is to get the running game going. Put it on the big fellas up front. Put it on your backs. That's a really nice run, and that should help settle the QB down a bit.
The Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Good timing on the quick out. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. You can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break on the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Dropping back, it's Lagway. Flushed out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. And that's going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On the run, still looking. All kinds of time before he fires right. Clock stopped. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Dialed up it's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
Well, the kicker may have played quarterback in Pee Wee football or high school, but this is big-time college football. Guys aren't as open as they used to be. You got to be a lot more accurate when you're throwing fake field goals.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go to the ground. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Looking to push the pace with the no huddle. Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Using his feet. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Oh, look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Green. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Grab behind the line. It's Anthony. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
Oh, just didn't have enough leg. It looked like he had the accuracy. It looked like it was going right between the uprights, just not enough power on the kick.
Finds his man. It's Jackson. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. to the ground with the back. And the ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
As a defender, you dream about those big hits. You work hard on it in practice, closing space, getting close, and just sticking that guy and causing the fumble.
Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. To the air. It's Green. Here comes the heat. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes! Strong, firm tackle.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. That's caught. It's ball. He breaks a tackle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
And the Gators are on the move. Takes the handoff. It's ball. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
pickup. They come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. Quarterback now breaking the field. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
One thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The corners are walked up tight. From the gun, the running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The run to the left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the 3rd quarter. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
And that's the exact opposite of what this defense drew up in the locker room. You want to stop giving up explosive plays. You want to play deep, make the offense earn it. But play one, they put the ball in the air, down the field. DB can't make a play. Not only that, the run after the catch, a disastrous start for this defense.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One way, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fair catch, called for and made. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Corners are going to bail. To the air, it's Lagway. Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab, it's Wilson. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Gators are in the hurry-up.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're running.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll leave it with him. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Looking to throw for it. Grabbed in the backfield. It's ball. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This would likely be a chip shot for the field goal kicker, but they want the touchdown instead. They'll go for it on fourth down. He makes a grab, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Handoff to the lone back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I don't blame the quarterback for taking that shot either, man. He's cooked up with this guy twice today for scores. Give him another try. They just couldn't get on the same page on that.
The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Quick pass on the fly motion. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. That's caught, it's ball. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. A run for the quarterback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. On the move. Sweet cut there. Makes it past the marker. There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Florida! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these design quarterback runs. He's patient. He allows the holes to develop. He puts his foot in the ground. And in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Wide open, he makes the catch. Touchdown, Arkansas! He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And they'll try to tack on 2. They'll move the wide receiver. He's into the end zone. The two-point conversion is good, and they vault on top by one here in the fourth. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Lagway. Steps away. Throwing on the run. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Pulls it in on the left. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. How about that one? Fourth and forever, and he just turned one loose and fired it for the first down.
Man, does that sting defensively. You get him in the perfect situation. You know they're going to pass the football. You play the ball deep, and you give up a deep pass. That is a back-breaking play.
Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of one to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Direct snap. It's ball. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Stepping up to help this defense on third down. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, that's exactly why you practice these two-minute situations. The quarterback knew exactly where to go. He's trying to work the sideline, save some clock. Great route by the receiver getting open, making the catch, getting out of bounds. And this drive is off to a pretty good start.
Distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I think one of the keys of this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
The give to the back. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth.
And these are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. So this is going to be rife with drama and overflowing with pressure on this field goal try. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the miss, they're still down by a single. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield, it's Green. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Pulls it in down the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on second down and maybe put this thing away. Gonna run it. It's Russell. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
And the Razorbacks will try to run out the clock in this final minute.
Here we go.
They try to get it outside on the left. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game.